Are you wondering how or if you can sell property held in a trust? Well, that's what we're talking about today, so stick around. Hi, I'm Charlotte from the Volsch team. Welcome to my channel. And if this is your first time here, I'm a real estate broker, certified probate specialist and trust advisor in the many cities of the Inland Empire, including Redlands, Fontana, Loma Linda, San Bernardino, Rancho Cucamonga, Ontario, and the High Desert. And every week I post tips, insights, and updates to help you gain clarity. And in many years of helping executors and administrators sell the property that a loved one left behind, all have agreed that the decedent's thoughtfulness in estate planning is essential in helping the loved ones sell the property after they are gone. So let me share first what a trust is, and then follow up with details of selling an estate if you are the successor trustee. For many people, a revocable trust, also known as a living trust, is the best option for those left behind to avoid probate court. Now, while you are alive, you can control the assets in the trust, including removing and selling properties. And once you pass, the trust becomes irrevocable and cannot change. The assets in the trust then pass to the beneficiaries as per the trust, exactly as you designed it. One advantage of a revocable trust is that it does not go through the probate process. And in California, probate can take up to a year or more to finalize. Watch my video on the probate timeline for more details on what could delay in your probate process. If you own real estate in more than one state, such as a vacation home, your heirs will have to go through probate in each state. With a living trust, beneficiaries receive their inheritance more quickly and everything is done in the state where they are. Because these assets do not go through probate and thus they don't become part of public record, there's also an important privacy aspect to such trusts. Almost any property owned by the grantor, the trust owner, can go into a revocable trust, including real estate on which there's a mortgage, along with mutual funds, bank accounts, stocks, bonds, and similar assets. You also can place motor vehicles, boats, precious metals, arts, antiques, other valuables, all your personal belongings in your revocable trust. If you own a small business, including a limited liability corporation or even a partnership, your portion may go into your living trust. The retitling process may prove cumbersome, but it's necessary. When you purchase new assets after initially funding your trust, you can either have them titled in the trust name from the beginning or transfer them. You cannot put IRAs and other qualified retirement accounts into your trust, but you can designate the trust as a beneficiary of those accounts. The same holds true for annuities and life insurance policies. Really quick, before we get into the details about selling property in a trust, I just want to say thank you to those of you that have already subscribed. I'm really grateful that you're part of my community. So remember, click the like button and share with a friend that you know is going to benefit from this information. For those of you that have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified of the next video. Now, as promised, let's talk about selling the property. If you are the grantor or the owner of the trust, you can sell properties in a revocable trust the same way you would sell any other property titled in your own name. You can take the property out of the trust and retitle it in your name, but that isn't necessary. If you're selling your primary residence, you are still subject to capital gains tax, but you can benefit from the exclusion. If you owned and lived in the home for at least 2 out of 5 years before the sale date, you may exclude up to $250,000 in capital gains if you're single and up to $500,000 if you are married and you've been filing jointly. Obviously, a trust cannot live in a dwelling, but as noted, the IRS considers trust property as that of the grantor for tax purposes. In most cases, you can't claim the exclusion, again, if you've sold a primary home and took advantage of the exclusion during the 2-year period prior to that current sale. Now, if you are the successor trustee of an estate, like my friend David, there can be extraordinary circumstances that may arise with the property and issues to consider before putting that house on the market. From my experience, every trust or probate sale is totally different. There could be sibling issues, there could be tax issues, there could even be tenant issues. On the positive side, all the issues are resolvable. Believe me. Let me share what occurred in David's situation. He lived in another state and was responsible for following his brother's directions in the trust. The first step was securing the 2 homes because they were both vacant. Tenants needed to be removed, so that meant filing notices through the courts. Next was a property assessment with a thorough evaluation of what would it take to make the most profit for the beneficiaries. After that thorough evaluation, we determined that one home was not in a condition to bring it to livable standards to sell without investing a huge amount of money that would not be recovered. So I conducted an investor's open house with success to increase his net by thousands of dollars. For the other home, with repair work and staging and online marketing, it sold very quickly and for over market value. Not every trust property goes through such a challenging process. For instance, Sarah sold her loved one's estate. It sold fast, sold for over market value with a very small number of repairs. So every situation is different. Comment below if you would like guidance in preparing for your responsibilities as a successor trustee. I'm here to help. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.